How you doing, bro? Skin opening up behind the skin. We're just a little. Like, why is it like that? It's crazy. We're just we're just skin bags. we're just bags of skin and bones. But guess what? Their manifestation. It's a manifestation of spirit. Spirit manifested into the densest form in order for this to happen. This is why there's a skeleton. This is why there's skin. But what came first? What did spirit manifest first? The bones? Well, I mean, I think we know. I think we know because we know about. We look inside of mommies when they're pregnant. You know? And so we look inside mommies when they're pregnant. And that tells us what that tells us the way that the skin develops. And a part of me feels like that's bullshit. You know, reading my anatomy textbook earlier, and a part of me doesn't want to believe a thing. You know, and shout out Michael, because who just joined. Right, I think that's what all this stuff is leading to. Like, I draw these figures, right, and they're figures being, in a way, decapitated and like morphing apart. It's crazy. It's really crazy. And I think that's because, you know, and they're like opening each other's chakras and stuff. See? They're opening each other's chakras. But their bodies are becoming, like, they're morphing and becoming whole different bodies. And this is just what the human is. Like, it's just one little aspect of a giant body that is humanity, which is just an aspect of the larger body that is the rest of existence, right? But all of it, but what we were talking about here is, you know, before we got distracted by the autofill that is knowledge and information, before we got distracted by that, because that's what it is. It's like whenever you know something, or you think you know what's going on, you have some sort of thing to express. It's just autofill. Sometimes, because you go, that's what going on a tangent is, because you're on a topic, and then another topic comes up, and you have to explain that to the audience, and that's okay, because your audience does not know what's going on. And this reminds me of two thoughts that occurred today. First being, each of us, yeah, no, I forgot the second one, and I was thinking, what's the second one, while I was saying the first, while I was saying what is the first one. But the first one would be, we're all, like, we're all seeing different, like a different reality, in a way. But what we are, in a way, is our voice. Well, I mean, we know what we are, okay? We know what we are. We are the whole body, we are the whole earth, we are, you know, each other. But it's different, but consciousness, spirit, takes shape into all these different areas of focus. For example, currently, your heart is beating, you know, your organs are living and breathing and digesting, but like, you're not focused on that because you're focused on the words. So what consciousness is the words. Consciousness is the words. Or no, I mean, well, okay, everything has consciousness because consciousness fills all. It resides in all, in everything. There is, but everything takes so many shapes because it's one big shape. It's one big shape that's going, and then there's little tiny, and then you zoom in, and there's more little tiny shapes. Zoom in on there, more little tiny shapes. Zoom all the way out, and this giant shape was just a little tiny shape. Going, and it's vibrating. That's why I said that's what it's going. Because it's vibrating. And each little tiny shape that it fills is completely unique because it needs to fill each and every shape. It's completely unique. And it's happening one at a time, but simultaneously. But we know that the universe can only focus. We know since observation of what's going on here and what we're living in, the universe, and so this is an allegory for existence, for that we can only focus on one thing. And so your heart has consciousness, your butt has consciousness, your foot has consciousness, and it is being aware right now. But what are you doing? What are you doing? You are talking. You're going me 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 me, making all these noises, triggering all these words, and you're aware of those words. But the consciousness, the awareness, can shift into other parts of the body, because whenever I'm getting to the point where, and I'd say this is a beneficial point, where every part of the body is this physical realm, this realm. That's what the body is. And you can be aware from any angle. I can be aware from this cup. I can be aware from this pen. Because it's shifting consciousness. And it's all happening simultaneously, right? That's why I exist. Because it takes energy. It takes energy, which is attention, feeding attention, paying attention. So I am paying attention through this pen, and then that's what creates reality, is the focus, is paying attention. So this pen, I am this pen. focusing on me. Then, that is why, no, focusing on Torin. I've never really talked about. That's why talking about the self in third person is okay, because it's disassociating while also associating. Never done it before, because it can't be perceived as egotistical. And something I've learned about egotisticalness is